Started. Let me get a little quick audio check. Could you hear me loud and clear? Sounds good on your part? All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Just let me do, okay, let me just see if everybody can hear loud and clear. Good. All right, well, my name is Fausto Pugliese, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this webinar. I'm president and founder of Cybertradingu University. And what we're going to be talking about today is what institutional traders know that most traders don't. I'm going to teach you a little bit about the art, about how trading works and what these institutions do, and show you exactly how they play the market when it comes to trading, because everybody wants to trade. I mean, we've seen the market doing these big rallies. Some of us are doing pretty well in our swing trades, but then some of us are trying to figure out what are we doing wrong, or maybe want to do it as a career. I mean, how many of you here right now are retired and want to trade your own IRA? You don't want to give it to somebody else. You want to do it yourself, or you know, you're not making money, but you don't understand why these things go up and down the way they do. Well, let me tell you how it all starts. It all starts by who trained you. Okay. Now, I would say 90% of the people fail in trading. And I would also say out of that 90%, probably 80–90% of them are self-taught. So my goal today is going to be this. At the end of this presentation, I'm going to invite all of you to come and join me for a 1-week live trading room that is the original day trading room of the industry. That's right. I started the first day trading chat room in the industry before anyone ever started. And a lot of people have copied and followed along, which is great, and it's flattering. But if you want to know where it all started and how it all began, well, you're going to have the opportunity to do that for 1 hour from now. But my goal within this hour is to show you, is trading for me? Can I do it? Do I like trading? Because we all need mentors. Because let me just tell you something. It's not for everybody. It's not, and it's okay. All right. You'd rather make a small investment, because that small investment could be a huge loss in your portfolio. So if anyone has any questions as we go along, feel free to ask. But I'm going to post up a PowerPoint right now. We're going to go over a couple of things, show you a little bit about the tricks of the traps of how market makers, how they do things. Because how do I know that? I was a market maker, and doing it, you're going to realize that what you're about to see is probably going to be quite disturbing, because you're going to realize, like, why was I trading blind this whole time? All right. But I also want to remind you, I cannot teach you how to trade in an hour. Okay. But I would just spark your interest just enough to make you realize, is this for you or not? So let me just turn that cam and go right to the PowerPoint. Know that most traders don't. Now, just a quick little bio about Cybertradingu University, just to tell you a little bit about myself. I started over 15 years ago. I traveled around the world. I competed against every school. I beat every school in the industry. But that doesn't help you. What helps you is, can Fausto teach me to be a good trader also, even if you're half as good? Well, we run on-site classes, we run online classes, but let me tell you something. What I've learned is that you're only as good as the team you surround yourself with. And, we've trained border control people and mothers and fathers and sons and grandmas and business owners and accountants and pharmaceutical guys and engineers, pilots, veterans. These are people just like you. And they're sick and tired letting people trade their money. They just want to do it on their own. So now you're going to get the opportunity to realize what it's all about. Now think about this. Who is bigger? The guy who trades 200,000 shares, or the guy that trades 100 shares? Whose team would you want to be on? Well, think about it. How many shares are you trading? What makes you think that you know more than the guy that's trading 200,000 shares? Well, wouldn't you like to be on his team? And that's what you're about to see, is that you could actually go out there and be one of those traders. Because you know what traders try to do? They know how to take control of a stock. They know to do something called reverse psychology. They know how to do things that are called shakes. These are things that you're going to see, over the course of a week in my trading room that will constantly point out. But market makers understand something. They are in the business to make money. I don't know if you guys know this, but does anyone here know the definition of business? The definition of business is 2 words: making money. That's it. It's nothing personal. It's just making money. And market makers are so good at what they do, they can actually influence and make the stock react in ways that will blow your mind. And you're trying to compete against them. Well, guess what? It's enough competing against them. It's time to learn and join them. So now let's get right into the trading part of it. And let me explain to you exactly what people are doing wrong and the mistakes that they're doing due to the positions that they're trading. Okay. Now the platform, and that, by the way, that's like the big thing. Everybody's always asking, oh, what platform do I use? Do I use level 1, level 2? What are these levels? I was just talking to someone just today telling me, says, Fausto, I can't believe that you're the only person that talks about level 3. I says, the reason why is because a lot of people were not market makers. All right. So let me explain to you what we got going on here so you understand what is the right platform versus the wrong platform. All right. Now, there are 3 different levels to way to view a quote on a specific stock, option, whatever it is. Now, level 1 basically just tells you the best bid and best offer, and what the stock is basically trading at. Level 2, everyone's like, oh, I got level 2 now. Yeah, level 2. Level 2 was big 20 years ago. Okay, it is completely outdated. Level 2, basically, the only difference is over here down at the bottom. Now you're seeing the brokerage firm's ID, the price they want to buy for, and the amount of shares they want to buy. But it doesn't show you all their orders. It's just showing you their best bid and their best offer price. Now, there's something called level 3. Now, does anyone here have level 3 quotes? It's also known as total view, ECNs. Anybody here have level 3? A few of you? Okay. Wow, that's a lot of no's. No. Okay, so let me explain to you what level 3 is, everyone. Level 3 is where you're going to see all the orders, where all the institutions put their orders. You're going to see all the different ECNs out there. You're going to see, and basically the way they may have it designed, it's all aggregated in just one order. So you're not going to see who it is and how many shares. You're going to see it all in the one order. So it makes it a little bit easier. It makes it a little bit more cleaner. Yes, Lee, it's NASDAQ. You get it. You get the book viewer. That's right. But the problem with that one is you're only getting one market. There are several different ECNs out there other than the book viewer. Okay. There's Archipelago. There's BATS. There's EDGX. There's a few of them. So you're getting a little bit of all the orders. Some brokerage firms might put their ECNs on different exchanges. And these are things that we'll kind of show you. So I hope I'm not confusing anybody. But so to get back in layman terms, basically level 3 is showing you over 100 times more data than level 2 does. Now, question for everybody. How do stocks go up and go down in the market? Very simple question. You all should be able to answer this. If you can't answer this question, I highly recommend you better log out right now and find a new day job. Yes, that's right. Supply and demand, buying and selling. Exactly. If you can't answer that, we got a problem. Okay. All right. So buying and selling. So wouldn't it help if you were able to watch the buyers and sellers? Okay. Would it be great to see those bids and offers? Well, you can. So you could follow that 200,000 share guy, not the 100 share person like most of us. So you don't want to start going out there and not having enough data, because level 1 and level 2 do not give you all the data. That's why a lot of you don't even use it. You're like, okay, I don't even know what I'm looking at. What is it doing? Yeah, I see all these orders and numbers. Well, what does that mean? It means nothing, because you're not seeing all the data. You're seeing a fraction of it. So let's talk about what level 3 is and how we view it. Now, like Lee just said, this is NASDAQ Book Viewer. This is what we're looking at on the Book Viewer. And basically, what we're looking at is this. We have two columns. The blue column of the buyers, the red column of the sellers. Now, what did we just mention? What did I ask you before? How do things go up and go down? Supply and demand, okay? Does anyone here know how to read a chart? No, Darren, you do not need multiple monitors to use level 3. Absolutely not. Let me tell you something. If you can't make money on one monitor, Darren, you can't make money on 3, okay? Yes, that's right, William. The matrix is the level 3 quotes. Yes, okay? Now, how do charts get its data from? How does it actually be able to build a support and resistance? From previous trades that happened in the past. That's basically what you're seeing. So when we're looking at a chart, for example, when you're looking at this chart, do you notice how the stock was building a resistance level right around the $2.40? Well, when you look in the red are the sellers. And if you notice, working your way from $2.31, when you get to 240, you're getting 1,500 shares, 7,000, 2,000. Then you hit 240, 46,000, 18,000. And then you know what? After 41, then the numbers drop. 3,700, five shares. So you could see that there are a lot of orders at the price of 240. So what do you think those orders are? Resistance. So that's why when you look at a chart, now it makes perfect sense. Here's another example. The stock goes all the way down from $26.60. It goes all the way down to $25.80. Now, why? Just right below it, right below the 25.80. Actually goes down, it's a little bit lower. Why did it hit that price and go back up? Okay, what we're looking at is U.S. Steel. Why did it go back up? Why did it stop there? Why didn't it go to $24 or $23? Why did it stop right around that $25.80? Well, when you look on the blue side, those are the buyers. You got 700 shares, 5,000, 500, 800, 500. And then once you get around that 25.60, boom, 25,000 shares. So you have a big buyer right around those orders from 25.66 to 25.63. No wonder why the stock bounced. So guys, let me ask everyone a question and be honest, okay? Because we have close to 200 people in here. How many of you here are following the orders? How many of you here are seeing these big, what we call iceberg orders that you would read off a chart that are indicative of the future, but by having that, following those orders? How many of you are seeing these 25,000, 8,000 share buyers? Anybody here doing it? Look at that. Not too many. So think about it. How much smarter and better trades would you make if you were able to see that? I mean, is that worth anything to you? Well, the thing you have to look at, Sam, is that the chart's not always right. The chart is what happened in the past. It's not indicative of the future. You want a confirmation. How many times have you looked at a chart and like, oh, look at this. We got major support levels here. I'm going to buy it. And then boom, it just breaks right through that support level. And like, what the hell happened? That's not what the Fibonacci said. That's not what the MACD said. Because those were invented by mathematicians. Okay? They're not traders. Any of you guys watch TV? Any of you guys watch TV and you watch the CNBC? They have their studio on the New York Stock Exchange. You ever see the monitors in the back where the New York Stock Exchange? Those are the best traders in the world. Okay. So wouldn't it be nice to be trading down there to see what they're doing? You don't have to. You just look above them. You see all those computers. All they are is numbers. You don't see charts, do you? Well, what about Forex? Well, I don't trade Forex. Okay. And if you are interested in Forex, send me an email, and I recommend, there's only about 2 people in this world that I would trust to teach me Forex. But, I personally like stocks because I only trade about an hour a day, and there's only a very volatile time in the market when to trade. Lisa's got a great question here. I heard long ago that big players play games with the order books, misleading other traders, phantom orders, that kind of thing. You know what, Lee? That's great. Do you want to see it? Do you want to see what they're talking about? Because if you knew you were in a business that you're dealing with a bunch of thieves and scammers and liars and cheats, why would you want to be in this business? You should cash out of your stocks right now. Tell everyone to get the hell out of here. I refuse to trade anything that has to do with the finance market. But why? You think there's cheating in football? You think there's misleading in sports? You think there's misleading in government? You still pay taxes, right? So at the end of the day, my job is to tell you, are those actually true? Yeah, of course, it's with any business there are. But there's a reason for it, because there's one person, there's a winner and there's a loser. Okay? And the winner is going to do whatever he can to influence to not to be the loser. All right. So, but look at the games that we're talking about right now. Okay. The misleading. How many brokerage firms or how many schools out there will tell you, oh, look at this, you could actually follow the big institutions? They wouldn't tell you that. Why would they tell you that? If they told you that, then you don't need them. So what do we call all these things, ladies and gentlemen? We call them iceberg orders. Okay. Basically, what we look for is big block orders at these support resistance levels to give us the confirmation of where these orders are. Because remember, those charts are what happened in the past. It's not indicative of the future. It's the orders that made those supports and resistance levels. Does level 3 work on East? It works on everything. Anything that's a stock, it works on. Level 3. Absolutely. And anything, any stock. Now, the thing that gets a little bit more involved is that there are multiple ECNs out there. And you could see right here, one of you just mentioned level 3. Now, remember, we're looking at the matrix, which is a very, very good direct access execution system. But there are a bunch of ECNs out there. Okay. And what's nice about their platform is you can aggregate all the orders in one order. So you can kind of you're not going to see multiple orders at multiple levels, which can make this list almost 10 feet long. Does it work for options as well? Well, of course it does. Absolutely. Because to be a good options trader, you first have to be a good stock trader, because it's the movement of the stock that makes the option move. So yes, if you are a good stock trader, you're going to be a good options trader. So because you got to know how to read the stock first, so absolutely. Can you get level 3 on Thinkorswim? No, you can't. Because Thinkorswim is more of an options platform. You could trade stocks on it. It's a free platform. It's a great platform. I mean, it's a lovely platform. But to get level 3 quotes, it costs $15 a month. Okay. So let me ask you something, guys. Anybody here doing it as a business, as a career? Okay. How many of you here are looking to make about $100,000 a year? Okay. Now, when you went, for you to take a job to make $100,000, is everything that you did to go to work free? Was the rent free? Was the employees free? Was the paper that you write on free? Listen, the only thing is free is a cheese in a mousetrap. And remember what I told you when you first logged into this room, okay? We want to trade against the uneducated. We want to trade against the self-taught. Okay. My goal is to hopefully convince all of you that if you are one of those people, that it's going to stop right here, right now, because you can't learn for free. You cannot be successful trading by yourself. It just doesn't work. You have to be part of a team, and you got to have the right tools, because like I said earlier, it's not for everybody. You want to do it right, do it right. I don't think anyone here would go into a business without trying it out first, right? And learning from other people. It was free for the second mouse. That's a good one. I know that one. I guess so. You're probably right. Depending on which mousetrap you're talking about. Now, yes, listen, can people cancel orders? Absolutely. Absolutely. And guess what? You could see it. You could see them canceling it, Now, have any of you guys, have been watching or subscribing to Cybertrading University's YouTube channel? Anybody here has subscribed to it? Because I do have a couple of little 5-minute, 3-minute clip videos that explain this more in detail. Like, for example, where to get it, what it is, all that stuff. So if you guys haven't done it already, definitely go to YouTube and subscribe to Cybertrading University. I do postings every day, okay, of stocks that we traded, watch list, all that good stuff, and a couple of training videos. All right. Now, is it enough to make you a professional trader? Absolutely not. It's just enough to make you dangerous. That's what our goal is, because we feel that everybody here should trade. You should take matters in your own hands, but it's going to show you just enough what you don't know. So if you do want to do this, take it seriously. You got to start today and do it right. So this is what I'm going to do really quick. I like to stop in the middle of the presentation and do a quick little offer. Okay. Now, any of you guys part of a trading room? I don't know if anyone here is part of a trading room. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to come into my trading room for a week for $10. And you know what? If you don't like it, I'll give you $10 back. It's money back guaranteed. The $10 honestly just covers the webinar technology. And the goal is, if you give me a week and watch me from 8:30 in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, hopefully this will convince you if this is for you or not. And if it isn't, I'll give you $10 back if you're not happy. Okay. Now, if you like it, you're going to stick with us. You're going to be a subscriber and you'll be a student. But at least they'll give you a good example. Like some of you guys are asking me, is this being recorded? Forget about the recording. You'll be with me for 100 hours. Isn't that better than watching this for the same thing over and over again? So go out there, ladies and gentlemen. On the right-hand side, you'll see where it says offers. Just click on that offer. And you know what? As a bonus right now, okay, I'm going to do a bonus. For the first 10 people that register, I will personally give you a free coaching class. Okay. How about that? Anybody want to be able to talk to me, and so I can explain it and have all these questions and answered, and that you couldn't do it? Register right now and I'll be happy to talk to you. Because you know what? I'm looking for serious traders that want to make serious money. I'm looking for people that want to make $250,000 a year, because if I could teach you how to make it, I'm going to make it also with you. All right. So I know we got about 30 minutes left. I still got a lot more to cover, but I just like to stop in the middle and give 10 lucky traders right here to get the opportunity to get a free coaching with me. So click on that link and get yourself registered. All right. In the meantime, let's move on and talk about some other things. Okay. Now, what if, oh, by the way, see a lot of you just registering right now. I just want to do a quick little shout outs, if you don't mind. John from Chicago, welcome aboard. Look forward to talking to you. Mike G from Wisconsin. Congratulations. Talk to you. Okay, I'll look forward to talking to you. Susan M. from California. Thank you very much. Look forward to teaching you. All right, so let's go back into trading, ladies and gentlemen. What if a market maker is hiding their orders? Which is, by the way, one of you just mentioned this earlier. Okay, well, they can't hide orders. Okay, these are not fake orders. All right, these are all real orders. Okay, you're going to see the order now. Can he cancel an order? Absolutely. But we could also see him get executed. Like, for example, look at this order right there. 1.5 million shares are looking to be sold at $7.50. Let me tell you something. Do you see any resistance levels here? Well, guess what? Did he pull his order? Well, order was pulled. How do we know? Well, we got to follow time and sales. By the way, look what the stock is doing right here. See how it basically backed off a little bit? 50,000 shares went back. Maybe somebody lowered their offer. You know, remember, they're made of multiple orders. Now look at this little candlestick bar right here. Look at that bar, that volume bar. You know what that volume bar means? 1.7 million shares traded right there. What do you think's going to happen to the price of the stock? What do you think's going to happen if somebody bought those shares? It's going to go up. And sure it did. How does stocks go up and go down, everyone? Supply and demand. That's how you do it. William L., thank you very much. Look forward to teaching you. Look forward to your coaching. Just registered. Thank you very much. Denise B. from Utah. Congratulations. Look forward to talking to you. All right. So, moving on, ladies and gentlemen, after an order gets executed, where does it go? Goes up. Now, how do we know if an order got executed? Well, how many of you guys here know how to read a chart? Anybody here know that feel that you're a good chart reader? All right, well, guess what? Where does a chart get its data from? Time and sales, okay? I am known as what they call a chart, a tape reader. You probably, if you read any of the old books, people says, oh, what are these tape readers? I'm an actual tape reader, and I'm not talking about these two guys looking at this piece of paper, okay? A tape reader basically watches quotes going across, and we were trained, and how I train my students, how to see which stocks are trading so you know which one to trade. So one of the things that help you follow the tape is time and sales. The time and sales, ladies and gentlemen, are the confirmation of transactions. So when you're looking at a chart and you're seeing, oh, look, the stock is going up. Well, remember, where does a chart get its data from? Right on the right-hand side, those orders. Look how I have the colors segregated in red and green. What do we see? A lot of greens. Okay, what does green means? That means a lot of people on the offer are getting executed, meaning people are buying it from the sellers. Why would they buy it from a seller? Okay, because they think it's going to go up. They want to own it. Think about it. Do you need a chart to tell you that? Remember, just follow the smart money. That's all you need to do. No, I don't. Question is, Fausto, do I only want to know if you only trade stocks? No, I actually do swing trading. I do options trading. I don't really do futures and Forex. The purpose of it, nothing against them. It's just that I don't have enough control, and I can't see what the market makers are doing and seeing those orders on level 3. But I do all three, and everything that I teach you, you can apply it to all those 3. All right. But following the smart money is all you need to do, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. Darren has a question. Can anyone get level 3 platform, a broker, or do we need lots of experience before my broker will allow it? Well, Darren, no. I mean, first of all, brokerage firms don't like to give you level 3 because then they know you don't meet them. You got to understand something. Brokerage firms trade against you. All right. They know that 80% of the people fail, Darren. So they don't like to give you the right execution system. that will give you the allow you to place bids and offers and see those orders. And but when you're a student, when you buy the $10, Darren, and you get in my trading room, we deal with several brokerage firms around the world that will give you the keys to the car. You got to remember, a lot of people are dealing with public transportation. When you're dealing with like a Schwab or Scottrade or Fidelity. But when you deal with companies like, like a TradeStation or, Thinkorswim, that's where direct access comes in. They're all real big companies too. But like I said, you get what you pay for, Now, here's an example of VRX. You can see how the stock went up really nicely. I mean, guys, you ever do the math? If you could make 50 cents on 1,000 shares, 50 cents. That's $500. See, good traders, we don't buy at the bottom and sell it at top. We don't try to buy it at 13.80 and sell it at 15. Okay? We just try to make that small little profit, because if you could do that every day, you're talking a six-figure salary. And look at the time zone from 9:30 to 10:30. You're done. Did the stock go up? Yeah, absolutely. And it also can go back down too. But you don't need a lot of money to make a very good living in trading, because previous data is indicative of the future. So let's look at some examples. For example, let's look at today. Did anybody see FCX today? Did anybody see this FCX trade? Let's look at a time in sales. Look at this order. This stock went from $14.80 all the way up to about $15, and then it flatlined. And you could see, look at the volume spike. All right. Where those volume spikes come from? Look at all the orders. Green, 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 green. That's where that came from. Just follow the money. So the thing that we try to do, and we try to teach our students, we don't teach you how to predict. We only react. Because if you keep predicting, you're never going to trade. You got to know just to follow the orders and just execute and move on. And then when you add in level 3 with time and sales, and you see orders like this one on Twitter for 100,000 shares being sold at 19, and like wondering, is that a real order, or is that really a guy trying to get? Yeah, it's real. Okay, I can tell you that. I don't know why people think they're fake. That's a real order, but you got to be able to confirm it. You need to see, is anyone buying it? Because look what's happening to this $19 the price of $19 iceberg order that we saw for 100,000. Look at all the greens. 20,000, 17,000. What do you think is going to happen to the price of the stock? It's going to go up. And not only did it go up, but look how high it went up. It went as high as 1930. It's all about following the money. That's it. So where do people make their big mistakes, ladies and gentlemen? I'll tell you right here. Charts. Everybody, the first thing that people think, I got to read a chart. I got to know a chart. And you know what? There's some great educators out there that know how to read a chart and teach you how to read a chart, and they always sound right. But at the end of the day, is it really making you money? Okay? Because you know what the problem with charts are and indicators? They're laggers. They're not leaders. Look how simple it is to read chart number 1 versus chart number 2. I mean, you could see clear as day that it has support levels at 1180. Look at those big support levels. Did you need an indicator to tell you that? I'll tell you what you do need, level 3 to confirm it. Because when it comes to analysts, when it comes to charts and indicators, then it becomes paralysis. You keep just adding more and more and more and more. And next thing you know, at the end of the day, you didn't do any trades. But you're a hell of a chart reader. So look at this example. Is this stock going up or going down? I don't know. When you add all these indicators, could you tell me? I'd rather follow the time and sales and look at a bunch of indicators. Just keep it simple, ladies and gentlemen. We go by something here. It's called the KISS method. Keep it super simple. Don't make it more complicated than what it is. So the next thing I want to talk about is the stocks that we've traded. Now, everyone's always like to brag and talk about the big winners, but don't worry about the winners, ladies and gentlemen, because we talk a lot about the losers. In my courses that I teach you, I don't focus on the winners. I try to teach you how to control the losses. But but let me tell you, there are stocks out there that people just don't believe or don't see or don't realize that you don't need a lot of money to do this. Look at TEAR, okay, TEAR. Okay, it was up over 100%, not overnight, not on a gap fill, over the course of the day. $1.80 all the way to $3.40 in a matter of what, 30 minutes? And if you don't believe me, we traded. Go back to my YouTube channel. Okay, look, we posted it up there. 100%. How many of you guys were in a stock up 100% in 30 minutes? How about this? We do about 2-3 times a week. We get one that's up over 100%. And you know what? If you don't believe me, I'll give you $10 back. Okay? APRN. Here's one of the tweets that we did. Some of the stocks that we traded. Look at this stock right out of the gate. Goes from $7 all the way to $7.80. In what? Less than about an hour? What's wrong with that? Buy 1,000 shares of that, a $7,000 investment. You need a lot of money. FCX, okay, position that we traded, holding it at a $14 support level. Look at that. Stock pops right out of the gate, and then right after 10 o'clock to about 10:30 makes another run. 13 to about almost 15. Who doesn't want that trade? But you know what? If we only got 50 cents of that move on 1,000 shares, there's your $500. $500 is a $100,000 salary. Who doesn't want that job? You see, I'm not here to convince you how much money you can make. My job is to convince you if it's for you or not. My job is to make you realize that if you take the $10, come in the trading room for the week and watch and listen to the students that I've trained and see if it's for you or not. Because you could lose $10 in 10 seconds. I hate seeing people lose money. It's the worst feeling in the world. It really is. Here's a trade that we traded today. Here's our orders that we traded, the buys and the shorts, on U.S. Steel. Made $390 in an hour trading X. Who here doesn't want that job? $380, $390? Think of the potential income you can make. 50 cents a day on 1,000 shares is $500. It's $120,000 a year. Unbelievable. Question, at what point would you have bought FCX today and why? Well, what did I just basically told you earlier? I followed the iceberg orders. Once they stepped in, I stepped in. When they stepped away, I stepped away. Game over. I rest my case. You want to see another FCX today? Pay the $10. Join me tomorrow morning. And if you can't make tomorrow, you can start on Monday, whenever it is. But this promo is going to run for 24 hours. And I'll show it to you. Because FCX is over. It's done. There's going to be a whole new list, probably 10 more different stocks to trade tomorrow that did the same move. So let me tell you something, guys. Trading is the best job in the world. Okay? Let me tell you a little bit about this job, this business. You are your own boss. You can come and go whenever you please. Okay, you don't have to take orders from nobody except your spouse, okay, and your children. But you could do it from the luxury of your own home or your vacation home, from your car, anywhere. But so it's like a dream come true. It's basically the best thing that ever could happen to you. But you need to know how to play the game, because it could be a very expensive loss, and it all starts by learning from mentors. Okay, so let me just tell you this: there are there are a lot of good schools out there, and there's a lot of bad ones, and there's a lot, but the only way you're going to know is you have to learn from multiple mentors. How many of you here have taken training courses? Let me tell you, sometimes you're gonna learn from more than one, and maybe that wasn't, and even the person that you've taken with, maybe after playing it and watching him, finally realize it really is not for me, and that's okay. But you got to start somewhere. So what I'm offering everybody is this: if you want to follow and know what level 3 is, if you want to see how institutions do reverse psychology on you, if you want to see stocks that are up 100% every day, if you're somebody that wants to make a 6-figure salary from the luxury of their own home, then take the $10, join me for a week, and let me show you. You're going to log into my cyber group room, watch my students. Don't watch me, watch them. See how they make money, see how they get in and out of it. And that will explain it to you if it's for you or not. Meet people like Lita and Lawrence. Here's Lawrence. He made an IMNC. He made 61 cents on 2,500 shares. Lita made 7 cents on CERU. What are these stocks? Why did they go up? Who cares? Who cares, ladies and gentlemen? The bottom line is, you just want to make money. Now, every single one of you, and this is one of the big things that we stress here in Cyber Trading University. This is another thing that people like us. When you register, everybody here is going to be assigned an education advisor. They're all trained. I'm very big on customer service. Okay, we probably have the best customer service in the industry. We put a lot of effort into it, and they're all educated. They all know how to trade. So every one of you are going to be able to talk to a advisor. He's going to tell you a little bit about the trading room. He's going to show you exactly how things work. He's going to walk you through your dashboard. He's going to tell you about all the lessons he's going to give you, and what you're going to get, and how you can get started. Like I told you, basically, you're going to get 5 exclusive training workshops. You're going to get 100 hours of archives, Q&A, strategies. You're going to get morning and afternoon watch lists. You're going to get a discount on the brokerage accounts, personal education advisor. And not only that, but you're also, if you become a student at Cyber Trading University, you can also get tuition reimbursement from brokerage firms like Thinkorswim and TradeStation. So think about it. How great is this? Not only you're going to be able to get trained, but the brokerage firms will even pay you back. Why would they do that? Because they know if you get trained at Cyber Trading University, you have a very good chance of being very successful, which means you're going to be a client theirs forever. And that's what they want. Right. So what happens, Ken, once you do this 7-day trial, you go into a monthly. If you don't want it, just cancel it. You don't got to call, just send me an email. Nobody's going to bother you. Listen, if it's not for you, we don't want you there. Okay. What time do we start is a great question. We start at 8:30 Eastern time in the morning, because most of the trades that we do are in the pre-market. Any of you guys trade pre-market? That's where we make most of our money, is in the pre-market. You get all these orders that come in from the night before, and that's where market makers are shuffling. And then, how some of you can't get your orders until the market opens up. Well, guess what? They already know those orders coming in, and that's how they make money. So we just basically trading with them. So look at some of the people that we train. Let's make money with them. For that price of was it $8 or $10? I think it was $10, but maybe $8. I don't know which one it is. But for that price, ladies and gentlemen, come and join us, and we'll get you started immediately. Just click on that offer on that right. All right. Now, now, does anybody have any questions that I can answer for anybody? In the meantime, what do you charge after? It's $87 a month, which is basically peanuts. So if you don't want it, don't continue it. But let me tell you, at least that one day will let you know if it's for you or not. Okay, question is, what size of trades is an iceberg order? Anything that's more than 5 to 10 times the norm of what most people put out. So if most people are putting out like maybe 1,000 share orders, it's like 5,000, 10,000 shares would be an iceberg order. Can you start mid-August? Absolutely, Sam. So what's going to happen, you're going to get access when you do your purchase, you're going to see in your dashboard, you're going to have a education advisor. He's going to automatically schedule you an appointment if you're one of the lucky 10 people with me. If not, at least with another instructor. He's going to walk you through your dashboard. He's going to tell you what you're looking at. Listen, there's a lingo that we go by. So we have these little, we have this video that's going to explain to you what the cyber group is, what you're seeing. Now remember, this cyber group room is the original cyber group room, trading room that started. I started the first trading room in the industry. So when you go in there, you're going to see exactly how other chat rooms, I don't know if you're in another one, where it all evolved, because a lot of things that we do, that's where I actually started doing it. But we do it, but most of the action does happen early in the morning and late in the afternoon when the market closes. Just logged in. Can I view the recording? Yes, you can. But what I recommend you do is talk to an education advisor. Most important, when you log in, you can browse around and play around, but please talk to an education advisor. Let them get you through step 1, and then get you so you can start from the beginning and then know exactly where to get through the end, because I don't want you to get confused when you get into it. Level 3. That providers, brokerage firms. Well, TradeStation does. You can buy it right from the exchanges. But listen, that's the least of your problems right now. Don't worry about it. You're going to see it in the trading room. So don't worry about spending any money and locking yourself up with a brokerage firm. Don't worry about that. Just go in the room. We'll have it up there for you for free. Okay? And then you make the judgment. If this is what you want to do, then we'll tell you where you can buy it. But don't worry about buying anything or spending anything. You're just wasting your time and turning the wheels. A couple of questions here. Okay, John. Well, John, listen, if you want to extend it or you want to do it at a later time, just tell your education advisor and he'll change it when you go back. All right. What is the average price range that you trade, Joe? Well, listen, when you deal with more expensive stocks, you deal with more experienced traders, and you get to risk more, and it also could drop a lot less. If you made 50 cents on a $10 stock versus 50 cents on a $50 stock, it's still the same 50 cents. It's the same $500. One costs you $50,000, the other one costs you $10,000. So at the end of the day, I like to trade less expensive stocks, because you're dealing with less experienced traders. Sometimes most of them not as volatile, and it's money. That's all it is. No, listen, we're a brokerage firm neutral. We deal with a lot of brokerage firms, so you don't have to deal with one directly that we deal with. But what we will do is we'll tell you what to ask for, because remember, brokerage firms, depending on which ones you have, are actually trying to trade against you. Especially the online ones. About the recordings, by the way, if you wanted to watch this again, yes, we'll send you an email, which you'll be able to watch the recording again if you want to. Absolutely. How much investable capital do you need, and how much education advisor cost? Thank you. Well, it's going to cost you $10. That's what's going to cost you. How much you need? Well, listen, the advisor, he'll sit there and he'll talk to you a little bit. He'll find out a little bit about you, and he'll tell you what's within your budget, because some things probably are not for you, you can't afford, and there's something that you probably didn't think you could afford, which you could. So he would be the best person to talk, because everyone's a case-by-case basis. What do you think of futures, options, day trading? Well, let me tell you this. Futures is very speculative, and I hope you have a really good futures instructor. There's only actually 2 people that I would recommend, so if you want their names, you could send me an email. I'll give you my email address right here. If you really, really want to learn those things, okay? But I preferably like stocks, because it's just a lot more, it's less risky, and it's something that you hear every day on the financial stations. Options, listen, if you can't be a good stock trader, you're going to be a horrible options trader. It's that much riskier. First of all, it's the movement of the stock that makes an option move. So once you need to know what the stock's doing first before you know what option to trade, that's where that comes in. No, we don't. I don't hire any traders. I'm not in the brokerage business. First of all, that's illegal. You can't do that. All right. But we don't do any prop trading, anything like that. We're just a school. We're a brokerage firm, neutral. Does interactive brokers love the? You know what? I don't deal with interactive brokers. And honestly, there's a lot of other brokerage firms that have better platforms than them. I know they have very inexpensive tickets, or maybe limited that you can only use them. But I would check with your I would check with your advisor at Cyber Trading, and he'll let you know if that's really the best one for you. But there are a lot better brokerage firms than I would recommend. I'll just keep it as that. Lee, well, thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it. We have a lot of students that do come here. And thank you, Lee, for your support. I'm glad that you learned a lot from it. Charlie, you know what? Thank you very much, and I really appreciate that. But you know what? Someone has to make a small investment to realize what is involved to make a big investment. So listen, we're looking for serious traders, and that's basically the bottom line. And Rita, thank you so much, Renee, for your compliments and everything. Another loyal student here, because I want you guys to understand something. A lot of my students are here and are here making these testimonials, because they know that they're here to recruit new traders too. We want more traders in our room. The more traders we get in our room, the more money we make, because we want to trade against the uneducated. And you'll see what we're talking about when you're in the trading room. So by them coming here, they were you when they first started, and they don't want to see anybody here lose money doing it, because it is a 90% failure rate. And the only reason why it's a big failure rate is because people are self-taught, you know? And even if you are self-taught and you're making a little money, trust me, you're not making nearly enough if you were with a part of a family, like you're seeing, a team, and if you were trained properly. Some brokers give you incentives on trading certain volumes of stocks. I don't understand what that means. You know what? When we talk, hopefully you one of the lucky 10 people that registered are. When we talk, I need you to be a little more specific on that. How many trades? Well, listen. I could trade up to close to 100 tickets a day if I wanted to, but you don't have to. I mean, 5, 10 a day, listen, or maybe just one. You just make one trade. You make your day's pay. That's all you need. And some days you don't trade at all, but listen, you're doing this as a business. You're going to work. You're there to trade. You're not there to watch. Okay. So you'll see that in the trading room. Leah's question, do you say that you can or cannot do this something? No, you can, Lee, on Thinkorswim. It's a great platform. It's the only problem, it's a free platform, which will not give you level 3 quotes. So I've done a lot of speakings on Thinkorswim. If you look at my name on there Wednesday on the web, you'll see me. I've done a lot of events. Actually, I'm meeting up with Tom Sosnoff, the founder of Thinkorswim, on Monday because he wants me to start training a whole new group of people that they launched their new brokerage firm. So yes, I mean, listen, the only thing, it doesn't give you all the features that you need. It doesn't give you level 3 quotes, but I'll show you how to utilize the Thinkorswim platform and to get the level 3 data through the exchanges. You'll see that in the live trading room. So don't worry about that, Lee. All right. Any other questions? First of all, a couple of last minute people I just want to thank. There's Sam C from Katy, Texas. All right, congratulations. Look forward to teaching you. Who else we got here? Darlene Smith from Florida. My in-laws are there. And my wife too. Thank you very much. Will you show how to scan for these stocks and why? Joe, absolutely. That's actually what we do at 9 a.m. in the morning. So I will be doing a live audio broadcast in the morning. The room opens up at 8:30 Eastern time. And then I'll show you how we scan for it. Actually, if you want to get a little sample of it, go on the YouTube channel, look at Fausto's morning watch list or afternoon watch list, and you'll get a little sample of what that is. Okay, so you're going to get there because we're actually in these positions before, before those videos being broadcasted, because I still got to upload them and stuff like that. But we make most of our money right at that pre-market, and we're going to show you how we do that. Absolutely. Let me see, any other questions? Well, yes, there are limits. And by the way, I don't know who you are other than you as R. So we should, but listen, Art, you got a lot of great questions. And I think the best thing to do is, I don't know if you registered or not, because I can't see your name compared, but if you did, listen, we'll talk about it personally. Yeah, it looks like you have a lot of questions, a lot of issues that you got to deal with that need to be taken care of. I'll be happy to talk to you about them privately, because a lot of them need a little more explanation, and then it's hard to understand what your chat's. Okay. All right, guys. So listen, first of all, I'd like to thank all of you for coming here today. I'd like to thank the staff of CTU that made this possible. And I'd like to thank you taking the opportunity in your busy day to listen in. And hopefully I was able to show you a little bit what day trading is all about. Okay. Just remember, I was one of the original day traders that started this industry. When I started, there was only 1,000 of us. Now there's 10 million. So come and join the original chat room that started the whole thing of day trading and see what it's all about. Let me show you how to play the game, because you know what? If I could teach you, you're going to be able to teach other people, because that's how a lot of these chat rooms have started. They were students of ours, and they started their own schools. You see, here we don't try to hold you hostage. We try to teach you so you can teach the rest of the world, because we want to teach you to trade against the people who don't want to learn. Because remember, there's a winner and there's a loser, and we're not going to be losers here when you're logged in. We want to win. And if we keep winning, you're going to have a very happy life in trading, and you're going to realize this, and you're going to, all the questions that you always asked, is this the greatest job in the world? Yes, it is. And you're going to see starting tomorrow morning. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming here. Thanks for listening in. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow in the trading room, and hopefully the opportunity to get to talk to you over the phone. Thanks, everyone.